me like, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Like, Woosah. I'm looking down at you with my third eye from bird's eye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana, also known as T-Raw. If you are returning here today, thank you. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and ring the bell to stay up to date with all my weekly videos because I post every Wednesday. And if you are new here, welcome. So I asked my Instagram followers, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me at tjohns. I asked my followers to help me brainstorm ideas for YouTube videos. When I look back at my analytics on YouTube, literally my entire audience, like I kid you not, like 99% of my audience is women. So all you men out there claiming that you watch my videos, y'all ain't watching them. Thank you for supporting me though, I appreciate it, but I actually want you guys to watch my videos because I take the time to not only film but to edit. So if you are going to support me, you might as well watch the whole video. The idea that I pulled from what you guys have been asking me is to make a funny story time. And this is like, now that I look back at it, it is kind of funny, but in the moment, like literally this is the worst experience I ever had in Miami. I've been to Miami 3 times now. Last year I went to Rolling Loud, which was my first time in Miami. If you don't know, Rolling Loud is a huge hip hop festival. It might be like one of the biggest hip hop festivals in North America. This is where the story begins. So I was in Miami for 5 days, and then on my way home, with my flight, I had to overnight in Toronto. So technically I was away from home for 6 days. I went to Miami with one of my good friends, Katya, and I also went to Miami with my boyfriend, and that was his first time in Miami. Before I continue with this video, I just want to say that I do not want to encourage drinking, alcohol, cannabis. I am not encouraging that. I'm just simply telling an experience that I had. And this is honestly like a milestone in my life because I've never experienced anything like this before. And safe to say that I learned my lesson and I'm never going back to Miami ever again.
Why the fuck you lying?
Other than the weather, the sunshine was great, the beach is beautiful, but like everything else, it was like, oh my god, it was the worst trip ever. Rolling Loud weekend in Miami, they have a bunch of like known popular hip-hop artists that are hosting at the bars in Miami City. Literally Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, maybe Monday night. But anyways, the Thursday night, Young Thug was hosting his night at Live. Live is a huge bar, and it's like a bar inside a bar. So like as soon as you go inside in the lobby, there's a waiting area, and then there's a bar. Me and Katya met up with these girls that we met last year at Rolling Loud, and it was really cute because we stayed in contact on social media over Instagram, and then we were like, yeah, let's come back next year. So that's what we did. We were waiting for these girls, and me and my friend go to the bar. I asked the bartender for 4 shots of tequila, and she was like, Patron? I know what Patron is, but if you don't know your liquor knowledge and you don't know what Patron is, or if you're intoxicated and your bartender is telling you Patron and you're like, okay, yeah, sure. Listen.
Damn, this is some scary shit.
No, just your rail tequila. Keep in mind, I'm Canadian, so the US dollar is higher than the Canadian dollar, so I'm already losing money on this trip before I even leave. I'm thinking it's going to be like 50 bucks Canadian max. It ends up being $100 Canadian. We are in line to go inside to Live, and you know how in the airport they have these things, I don't know what they're called, but it's like, it's basically to keep people in line. And as we're about to go in, the lady that's handling that device, she lets me in and then closes the line after me while my friends are still behind me. She's like, oh, they'll be right in right away. We just need to do a head count. So I run along inside to Live. I'm like in the entrance of Live. I go to the side before actually entering the bar and wait for about 10 minutes.
A few moments later.
As I'm like walking back into the lobby, the security guard stops me and he's all like, hey, like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, my friends are still in line. He's like, what do your friends look like? okay? What does it matter what my friends look like? How is that the decision whether they're getting in or not? I'm pretty sure that's not what he was saying, but he asked that question and it was just like, why would you even ask that? I was like, oh, like my friends are beautiful, obviously. He's like, oh, okay, well, if you leave, you're gonna have to pay $150. That doesn't make sense because I'm already in here. My friends are with me. We came here as a group. The lady who was handling whatever said that they were on the way. She was doing a head count. And then he's like, well, that's just the way things work around here.
Who you finna try? Who you finna try? Ah!
Okay, whatever. I'll wait for another 10 minutes. So
20 minutes later.
now I'm like stressed because I'm freaking out. Do I leave? Do I wait? They're not answering my text messages. Like, what's going on? Again, I'm trying to walk past the security guard and towards the lobby where my friends are. And the security guard literally gets in my face. And he's like, how many times do I need to tell you? If you leave, you need to pay $150. Dude, for the second time, I am not from here. I came here with my friends as a group. The lady told me that they were gonna be right behind me. I've been waiting here for 20 minutes. I just wanna know what the status is, if they're getting in or not, because if they are, I will wait. And if they're not, I will leave. What's the issue? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm leaving then. And then he's like, yeah, you effing leave, you effing be.
Catch me outside, how about that?
People are coming in to live and they hear this guy yelling at me. It makes me look like the bad guy. As I leave, those devices that I was talking about, so I kind of kicked it over and walked on my business into the lobby to go meet my friends. So I'm walking, my friends look behind me. They're like, there's an angry guy that's like following you. The security guard gets in my face.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
This time he's like screaming, get off this property, you are banned from here. If my little kick to that device thing made you upset, I am sorry. I did not know that it was gonna escalate from 0 to 100. So the Friday, I actually woke up to a roach in our Airbnb.
Roaches!
It was dead. I don't know how it died. We did not see a roach when we went to bed, but we woke up to a dead roach on the floor. I'm not picking that up. My friend's not picking it up. Thank God my boyfriend's on the way. So he gets there. As soon as he opens the door, I'm like, hey, Mitch, how was your flight? Awesome. Can you pick up that roach? Like, I'm just gonna attach the lineup here so you guys know why I had to go a second time back to back, because like, it's crazy. If you are purchasing Rolling Loud tickets from Canada, they do not ship you your wristbands. You need to get them at will call. If you don't know what will call is, it's basically the section at the stadium where you go to the concession employees and they give you your wristband.
3 hours later.
The line was really long. We got there at 5 p.m. We did not get into the festival until like 8:30, and I know it was 8:30 for a fact because Cardi B was scheduled for 9 and we missed like literally everybody, which really sucked. It's really sad. We finally get inside the festival and Cardi B is on in half an hour. And so I'm like, okay, well, I want to get a drink. Me and my friends all go get a drink. There's so many people there. The lineup is so long. And like, after all that stress from the night before and like earlier, I'm exhausted. I really couldn't care less anymore. We just cut the whole line and walked to the front of the line. Nobody said anything. And like, if someone would have said something, I would have walked my little bum to the end of the line. But nobody said anything. So, okay, that's on you.
That is the most inconsiderate thing you could do to a person.
It was me, Kia, and Tyrell. Those are my girlfriends who all cut the front of the line while our boyfriends kind of waited. There's this man that we met with a cowboy hat. This man is like, oh, like, what are you guys drinking? One being me, Kia, Tyrell's boyfriend, and my boyfriend. Okay, yeah, we need 5 Four Locos. This man literally pays for all of our Four Locos. And then we just walked away. Didn't even have to continue the conversation or anything. He just asked what we needed, told him, and then he bought us drinks and it was great. We didn't have to spend like, you know, $30 Canadian on a Four Loko that I know I'm not gonna enjoy. After, as we're ready to leave, because we decided that we wanted to leave the festival early so we could go home, shower, get changed, and then go out to another bar, because last night we didn't get in a bar because I got kicked out.
2 hours later.
We waited a long time to get home. A long time to book an Uber to get home. Should have known better. So we finally get home at 3. Obviously, we're not going anywhere, but we're hungry. We order off of Uber Eats. Nothing was open. So we order off of McDonald's, which is our only option. Man, I'm disappointed because I don't want McDonald's. I want to eat something that we don't have back at home, but now I'm settling for McDonald's, and I'm looking at the menu, trying to see what's appetizing. I'm just being stubborn at this point. Me and my boyfriend both ordered a chicken nugget meal. Kia ordered, I can't remember what she ordered, but my boyfriend also ordered a McFlurry on the side. So we place our order in at 3:50 and don't get our food till about 4:30.
Get out of here, man. Shit.
Food is cold. No sauce for my chicken nuggets. Oh, and the best part, he bike there, shows up with our food, the food's cold, no sauce, and then tells us that the machine was broken or whatever. So instead of a McFlurry, they give my boyfriend literally a blue Powerade. What was the reason? So I have a headache, and I find that when I smoke CBD, it gets rid of my headache. For those of you who don't know what CBD is,
short for cannabidiol, a cannabinoid and one of more than 60 unique compounds found in the cannabis plant. CBD is non-psychoactive and does not act on the same neural pathways as THC. CBD can be extracted from the hemp plant. Industrial hemp has less than 1% THC. Hemp is not marijuana. Hemp will not get you high. When extracted from hemp, CBD is legal in all 50 states and works with the endocannabinoid system. Studies show it has many medical benefits. It is a neuroprotectant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-emetic. CBD also shows potential for treating psychological disorders such as anxiety, depression, and PTSD, and is safe and well tolerated in high doses.
Met somebody on the beach who said that they sell CBD and that I had to go meet him at his hotel. I'll go since that's more convenient for me. I should have just went to the store instead of going to this guy, but I was just lazy for one. I was stressed out from all the stuff that happened prior to today. My boyfriend was feeling sick from the night before, and the way that they drive, they are swerving in and out of traffic, speeding, cutting people off. We go in our Uber to go meet this guy for my CBD. My boyfriend throws up in our Uber, which ends up being a $200 US damage deposit, which was great on my credit card. Once we get to the guy's hotel, he was asking for $130 US. Honestly, I'm just stupid and I didn't think the situation through. So I was like, hey, here's $140 US because I don't have change.
You are really dumb. For real.
And I get home and there's literally barely nothing in my CBD. I paid $140 US for no CBD to get rid of this headache. Stupid me was lazy and could have simply went to the store, got the right price, got the full amount that I paid for. This city is cursed. Did somebody put a spell on me? Like some voodoo? I don't know. Like this, it's literally bad luck. Like, it's just something after something after something. I'm like, oh my God. Saturday was my favorite day because Lil Nas X performed. This was the first time he performed this song at a festival since it's been released. So you know it's gonna be lit. And he brought out Billy Ray. That was incredible. Like, what? Like, I saw it coming, but I didn't think it was actually gonna happen because like Rolling Loud is all hip hop, rap. That's it. There's no country, there's no EDM, there's no alternative. It's all hip hop. And Billy Ray showed up to this festival with like literally Lil Wayne was there, Kodak Black was there, even though they didn't perform for silly reasons. Don't want to get into that. All the top rappers are here. What really topped off this whole vacation is I lost my wallet. I have no idea where I lost it. Thing that really sucked is because on my way home, I had an overnight in Toronto. Before I left Miami, when I lost my wallet, I went on Expedia, booked a hotel through my boyfriend's credit card, and then I get the confirmation email and realize I booked for like the wrong night. So then I have to call Expedia and I'm like, hey, this is Tawana. I booked this hotel through my boyfriend's credit card, but I booked the wrong dates, so can I cancel it and book for tomorrow? The man on the phone is just like, oh, no worries. Just so you know, nothing was actually charged to the credit card. You actually get charged when you show up to your hotel in person. Oh, so does that mean I need to have the card physically on me? He's like, yes. I was like, that can't happen. He's like, oh, why not? So then of course I need to tell him how I lost my wallet and how my boyfriend gave me his credit card information to book a hotel. That is the true story, but what does he know? I could have been lying. Like, how does he know I didn't steal somebody's credit card and try to book a hotel under my name? He's like, no, that can't happen. I'm like, okay, well, we need to cancel it. Just cancel it. He's like, unfortunately, we have a no cancellation policy. I'm like, well, how does that make sense if you just told me nothing is actually charged? So if you have a no cancellation policy, just cancel it. I literally have to tell him the whole story. I just need to get home. Thank God I did not lose my passport. I was able to book an Airbnb and overnight in Toronto and then finally go home with no wallet and a crushed soul. So that was my whole experience in Miami and why I will never go back.
Why you always lying?
When I could have probably spent the same amount of money to be in Cuba, Jamaica, Mexico, somewhere where I know I'm getting like taken care of. Everyone in Miami is trying to scam you and I just don't like that energy. I really wanted to say this story because I think it's kind of funny looking back at it. Like, man, am I ever stupid? You're going to Miami, just be cautious, be aware, be smart, make smart choices. Don't, if you also enjoy CBD, just go to the store. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date with all my weekly videos. See you next week. Bye.
In and out with the tide. Sunset in your